This is the very old APH Bookport. This device was released in 2003, and I believe it was discontinued in either 2008 or 2009. It uses double talk to read, which sounds like this.
Nice. Look out, now you must it. And then she cried angrily, you stop it now, you mess it all up. She jerked her head sideways, and Lenny's fingers closed on her hair and undone. Let go, she cried. You let go? Lenny was in a panic. His face was contorted. She screamed then, and Lenny's other hand closed over her mouth and nose. Please don't, he begged. Oh, please don't do that. George will be mad. She...
It's of Mice and Men I was listening to there. So you might be wondering, how did I get this? 2012. Well, I went to sleep now. My tech teacher, before I went to high school, this is what they used to give the students at Perkins School for the Blind before the Victor Reader streams came out. Every kid used to get a book port, and she had a few of them left, and I wanted to look at one. So I asked her, and she got one, and she's basically like, here, take this with you. And she just has me walk off with an old book port.
7:46 p.m., Saturday, November 17, 2012.
So I'll just show you a little bit, It's very complicated to use. Got 1, 2, 3, you get your telephone keypad. 0 takes you to the menu.
Set date and time. Page number 94. Sleep timer 30. Minutes spoken 30. Sensitivity 15. Punctuation, some with numbers. Voice, precise beat. Pitch 60. Speed 4.
For the purpose of this video,
slower, slower, slower.
I'll slow double talk down.
Volume 34. Alarms enabled, no. Frequency 6. Spanish, no. Key echo, yes. Audio seek time 2. Lock beep, yes. Automatic file advancement, no. File locked, no. Set date and time. Reading keypad. Struggled violently under his hands. Her feet battered on the A and she ripped to be free, and from under...
Now to move your books, you through your book in a folder, use star.
The Secret Garden
and pound.
Of Mice and Men. The Secret Garden of Mice and Men.
And I'll just see
The Secret Garden.
And now to move through elements is really cumbersome on this thing.
TH birds and TH clouds. But he has got a big mouth, hasn't he? No, I love his big mouth, said Mary obstinately. I wish mine were just like it. Martha chuckled delightedly.
Okay. So now, 3 and 6 together moves you by first level. And 9 and pound, I believe that is. Moving through the next. So
delightedly, Chapter 6. I am calling Mary took the picture back to the house when she... Chapter 6. A young Rajazamor was hidden in mist when the morning came, and the rain had not. Chapter X. Venus building after another week of rain. The Chapter X. I won't. Chapter X. A tantrum. She had got up very early in the morning and had worked hard in the garden, and she was tired and sleepy, so as soon as Martha had brought her supper and she had eaten it, she was glad to go to bed. As she laid her head on the pillow she murmured to herself, I'll go out before breakfast and work with Dickon, and then afterward, I believe, I'll go to see him. She thought it was the middle of the night when she was awakened by such dreadful sounds that she jumped out of bed in an instant. What was it? What was it? The next minute she felt quite sure she knew.
Okay. Now, this does have the whole family of double talk.
Set date and time.
So I'll hear the other voices.
Page number 100. Sleep timer 30. Minutes spoken. Sensitivity. Punctuation. Some with numbers. Voice. Precise beat. Ricochet Randy.
That's a crazy one.
Pitch 40. Voice. Ricochet Randy. Punctuation. Some with numbers. Voice. Ricochet Randy. Biff.
Biff.
Pitch 50. Voice. Biff. Skip. Pitch 15. Voice. Skip. Pitch 15. Higher. Lower. Voice. Skip. Robo Robert. Pitch 80. Voice. Robo Robert. Punctuation. Some with numbers. Voice. Robo Robert. Perfect Paul.
Perfect Paul. He's one of my favorites.
Pitch 50. Speed 1. Volume 34. Speed 1. Pitch 50.
I feel like he's like the classic double talk.
Voice Perfect Paul. Vader.
Vader.
Big Bob. Precise Pete.
And that was Precise Pete that we had.
Pitch 60.
Who was the default voice on the book port.
Voice Precise Pete. Skip Robo Perfect Paul.
Put on Perfect Paul, let you hear how he sounds.
Reading keypad. Were opened and shut, and there were hurrying feet in the corridors, and someone was crying and screaming at the same time. Screaming and crying in a horrible way. 143. It's Colin, she said. He's having one of those tantrums the nurse called hysterics.
You know, for an old synthesizer, double talk is pretty good. I really don't think I would listen to a whole book with it. You know, have this book port. I like to use it as like a mess around device. You hear a little bit of how double talk would sound reading. But it's not a horrible synthesizer. I'd listen to it if I had to. And actually, one of my other devices, the ID Mate Summit, which I'll review soon, also uses the double talk.
Louder. Softer. 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 Louder. Louder. Softer.
Just so you can get a good idea of what it sounds like reading a manual.
Help. Press help again to exit transfer tool to send files from your PC to bookport. Bookport transfer when you plug the USB cable into bookport. Bookport transfer appears automatically. You use this software to manage the transfer of files to your device. The PC file list. Alt+L when you start bookport transfer, you see a list of files that are candidates for transfer to bookport. Use the arrow keys to highlight the file or files to send to the unit, then press enter or use the send button.
So this is pretty old technology. As I said, it was released in 2003 and discontinued in 2008 or 9. You know how I know it's old? Number one, I saw it on the tech site, and I believe it uses USB 1.0, and it uses a CF card. Compact flash, lol. The one thing I actually like about the book port that I'd like to see in another new DTB reader is that it uses alkaline batteries instead of rechargeable. I feel like it lasts much longer. 60 hours, I believe the manual says, compared to like 10 on the new book port. Plus. Alright, well, any questions about the new unit, leave them on the comment box, and I'll be happy to demonstrate any features. See ya.